passion fruits, it's your girl VH. Welcome to another video. In today's bathing series, we're gonna talk about how to get your owl to take its first bath, because some owls immediately love it and others don't. In a previous video, I told you guys that you can only start bathing your owl from the moment it has all of its feathers, aka when it's physically adult. So you're just gonna take a box like this. It shouldn't be too high. And you're gonna fill it with either lukewarm water or cold water, but you can let it warm up in your living room, for example. Make sure to always bathe your owl only in areas where it's warm enough, you know. If it's freezing cold, then don't give your owl a bath outside, okay? So if you have only cold water to put in the box, then the water will warm up, you know, just by standing in the living room, for example, or in the kitchen. Right now it's standing in the kitchen. So the temperature of the water is not extremely important as long as it's not boiling hot, of course, or freezing cold. So you're going to take your young owl, which is adult, but still, you know, kind of young because it's its first time taking a bath. And you can either remove its jesses and long lace and just let it step and fly freely in your living room, and maybe it will notice the bathtub and jump just right in. I would try that first because that's the most fun way to get your owl to get to know the bathtub. If your owl is not interested at all in the bathtub, then you might just put your owl on the edge of the tub, like Loki is sitting on the edge of the tub right now, and don't force it to go into the water. Your owl might stare at the water for a while in the beginning, which is completely normal because it's new to your owl. Just allow it to look at the water and don't push it in or try to force it in, because your owl will not appreciate it and it might not ever want to take a bath after that, so I wouldn't recommend it. Usually most owls will jump in the water or, you know, try to feel the water with their feet, and then they might jump in all the way. My owl didn't do that immediately because she appreciates a bath, but she doesn't like to get wet all the way. So in the beginning, I had to stimulate Loki a bit to actually go into the bathtub. So just give your owl a lot of time at first, like half an hour, for example. If it still hasn't touched the water, then you can gently, and I mean gently, take some water and just, I wouldn't immediately put it on the back of your owl, but just put it on its feet so that your owl feels, oh, this is okay, this is water. And if you really want to, you can even pick up your owl and gently put it in the water. Like, you can pick up your owl and hold your hand here so that your owl isn't covered in water immediately. It's not immersed or something. It's just, it can feel the water in a safe way, you know. It's not in the water with its entire body immediately. That is a really good way to introduce your owl to the bathtub. You could also choose to be just like, hey, you don't have to take a bath the first time. If your owl doesn't touch the bath, you can just take the bath away and try again the next week. It's okay, your owl doesn't have to take a bath. If it would be truly necessary, then your owl would definitely choose to jump in the bath. So don't panic if your owl doesn't want to take a bath. What you could also do is just put its perch with your owl still tied up to the perch next to the bathtub. But this time you're going to make sure the long leash is long enough so your owl can safely jump in the bathtub and not get tangled in its long jets and drown, you know. But if you do that, you actually have to keep an eye on your owl at all times. And And then you can just wait. You can watch TV in the meanwhile or something, or do some work on your computer, you know. And then you can just wait until your owl decides to jump in the water. It took Lucky a really long time to actually trust it and jump into the water, but she eventually did, and she had so much fun after that. So those are all ways you can introduce your young owl to the bathtub. So yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. I wouldn't recommend taking water and pouring it over your owl like this, you know, because owls don't really appreciate that. Just let them decide themselves how wet they want to get. Because, you know, it's a natural thing. Nature will do its thing. Right, Lucky? Lucky, am I right? I'm right, eh? See, she's cleaning her beak. So yeah, that was it for this video, you guys. Giving your owl a bath is pretty simple. Just make sure the bath is not too deep, so your owl, you know, doesn't have to go too deep. Make sure to always keep an eye on your owl when you give it a bath so that it can't drown. Make sure the water isn't boiling hot or freezing cold. And make sure to only give your owl a bath in an environment where it's warm enough so your owl doesn't get sick after it has become wet. And just accept your owl for who he or she is. My owl does not like to get wet all the way. And I could be a bitch and be like, oh, but it's more fun if you're entirely wet because then you're so cute and I want to make Instagram pictures of you, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm not a bitch and I want my owl to have fun. And not to be like, oh, I hate baths because my owner will make me wet all the way and I hate that, you know? And after the bath, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to take a towel and dry your owl. Just put it back on its perch and it will dry up itself. Your bird might preen itself after the bath, and that is a-okay. It is normal behavior, so don't take your owl outside after it has taken a bath because, you know, it might catch a cold. Just let it dry up first. And that's all. So yeah guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share this video because it really helps support my channel and it gets me more views. If you're new here to this channel, then don't forget to subscribe and make sure to hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload new videos. Please also be aware that there is a bug on YouTube for several months now and it sometimes unsubscribes people automatically. So make sure to check on a regular basis if you're still subscribed to me, and if you're not anymore, then please resubscribe and know that I didn't unsubscribe you or block you. It's YouTube who does that. Also, do not forget to check out my owl merchandise on my Viral Style store. I sell all kinds of cool t-shirts, sweaters, jewelry, clocks, shopping bags, and so much more. So go check it out. The link will be in the description box of this video. I love you guys and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!